Okay, we are on episode 3 of season 2 of Mystery Science Theater 3000. They're covering the movie Jungle Goddess while they're making fun of the movie Jungle Goddess. And we start with a skit of them and the Satellite Love playing tag. They actually did this in the first season too, but this first skit is 30 seconds long. Then we get to the invention exchange, then we'll get to the actual movie. And they seem to have a fondness in these invention exchanges where Joel and the bots do an invention for the Mads. Now, it's always unclear where exactly these inventions go, or who they're doing them for, because they both hate each other, a dynamic that never really made much sense, and they will later drop it. But Joel was a stand-up comic and a prop comic, so he just has all these props and loves making them. And here we don't get any inventions we can use. They're doing another magician's trick, just like we saw them do earlier, where Dr. Forster cut himself in half. This time, Dr. Forster removes his head and fuses it to a saxophone, has it roam around the studio. An interesting trick, but not something you're going to use on the daily. And Joel himself makes a radio-controlled circular saw. So these are goofy inventions. And then we get to the movie itself, Jungle Goddess. This was another episode I had never seen before, and I was prepared for an average episode, and it pleasantly surprised me. The riffs in here are good, and the movie itself, while is not great, it is a little better than I thought it would be. Quality of the print is quite deteriorated. It's a 1948 movie starring George Reeves, Ralph Byrd, and Wanda Bakay, and is directed by Lewis Collins. Wanda Bakay was a beauty pageant winner who actually used to be a hostess for Trans World Airlines and won the beauty competition at the Birmingham Air Show in 1938. Airlines back in the day used to really sell themselves on having attractive hostesses and having beauty competitions. You wouldn't see that nowadays. And she was the showgirl in 1940's Love Thy Neighbor, Monster Maker in 1944, Stage Struck in 1948, and her career petered out at the late 50s. So we have some white people going into Africa. We'll see how this goes. The main character being the pilot, Mike Patton, who conducts a search for a missing heiress with his business partner, Bob Simpson. And when they find this heiress, they find that she's actually being treated really well. They think she's a goddess. A high priestess, if you will. And I'll give it up for 1948. There's not really too many crazy stereotypes or anything like that. In fact, it's played more as a comedy since you expect her to be in a terrible situation in a dungeon. This tribe is actually worshiping her. And the riffs are aplenty. I'll show some of them here.
Donner, party of 3, please.
Yes, of course, an infamous Donner Party joke about the cannibals in the 1940s that got snowbound and had to resort to eating each other in Sierra Nevada. They'll actually make this reference a lot. Specifically Crow, because he's the edgiest, will just start saying Donner Party 3 when it's a foreign location. And there is also a short before this movie, but it's really not worth talking about. It's called The Phantom Creeps, and since Jungle Goddess is only 62 minutes long, they gotta make this an hour-and-a-half episode.
Hey, it's Ginger and Marianne.
Beautiful.
I figured on seeing Betty and the kids for Christmas.
What about your wife?
Wonder how long.
Jungle Goddess was actually a successful movie and got a sequel called Thunder in the Pines. While there aren't official box office numbers I could find, it was one of the most watched movies of 1948 and put on a double feature with Treasure Island. And if we see the poster, you might be able to understand why. One woman, 1,000 untamed men. And what's interesting about these old movie posters, the exact opposite of what you get now. You're going to look at a movie poster for like 2 seconds, so they need to catch your eyes immediately, and they don't put a lot of characters on screen, or if they do, they put it right in the middle like the Avengers. Here, it's the 1940s. You don't have anything else to do. You can stare at this movie poster for 30 minutes and read the little small details. Untold wonders, lurking dangers, and a lost world of enchantment. There's tiny things scribbled. There's multiple characters on the screen, multiple characters on the poster. This is something that you don't just look at a glance and then look away. They want you to sit there and read each part. And it seems like a lot more thought and care was put into movie posters of the old, even if the movies themselves weren't that good. You're going to stare at this. You're going to read every part. You're going to find little Easter eggs. And then you're going to go see the movie. The host segments do the things that I like, where it revolves around the movie. So there's a lot of binoculars used in this movie. So Joel creates these different binoculars that he puts on the camera on the Satellite of Love, and we get to see what it looks like. And Joel creates so many of these things. He really only had to do 1 or 2, but always outdoing himself. He puts in like different ones. This is a very enjoyable host segment. And then for host segment number 4, we get Mike Nelson again. We got him in the last episode, Side Hackers, where he played the cool guy. JC, bro. This time he's playing a alien, talking about bullets, and dressed up as one of the characters from the movie. His diversity is unmatched.
Women, property, scalps, food, clothing, it's the standard list.
And I love the running jokes. One that they do here is that Bob Simpson is a doofus. Him and the pilot Mike Patton go to save this girl. One of the things I like is the reoccurring jokes, and we get one throughout this entire movie, where Bob Simpson, who is the business partner of Mike Patton, the pilot that goes to save this girl, accidentally shoots someone. And they keep making jokes about how he accidentally shoots people, because he thinks that this tribe is taking the girl captive. They're not. They're actually treating her well. He shoots someone. He gets put up for the death penalty, and they're able to get him out. And then he just keeps bumbling and fumbling around, shooting people. And this becomes a very enjoyable running gag. Since you might think that the white people in this movie are portrayed as very, very smart, and the tribe are a bunch of savages. Pretty much everyone's a moron in this. So seeing them bumble around, and because it's a comedy, the only smart person actually is the female, so if anything, this is more of a feminist film. I don't know what's going on here. It's pretty enjoyable. It doesn't exactly go where you think it's going to go. From her being this high priestess, to Bob being put up for the death penalty, and most of the interaction is between Greta and this relationship she has with Mike. The tribesmen are in the background, but they don't play a huge role in this one. It's easy to follow. The film print is unfortunately a bit deteriorated. It's not too goofy and actually doesn't get boring. So for a movie, I'm going to give Jungle Goddess a 5 out of 10. This is on the Mystery Science Theater sliding scale. If Monster Go-Go is a 1, Jungle Goddess is a 5. And as far as an episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000, it's going to get a 6. It is above average. It keeps you entertained throughout. And I love the host segments that focus on the movie itself. Now next up is a really groovin' episode. And that's Catalina Caper. It's supposed to be about a treasure hunt, but it's actually about a bunch of kids in the 60s with a cast of 100 that are running around their bikinis, dancing and gyrating their bodies. This is before porn was widely available. So check out Catalina Caper. That'll be the next Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode we cover. And check out our playlist for the other series that we've covered, like Monsters, Fear Itself, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Black Mirror, Tales from the Dark Side, Cowboy Bebop, and Pet Shop of Horrors. Thanks.